All right, coming up later in the broadcast, after Dr. Jerome Corsi joins us, and I should add the Motor City Madman, Ted Nugent's going to be joining us. He's getting ready to probably run for the Senate, is Rainbow Snitch. Rainbow Snitch.
Shut up, you white male. It's Rainbow Snatch.
Okay, I'm sorry, but she's the latest social justice warrior. We should probably get you a chair in there because folks can't see your sign. Here, let me have it. Thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate you joining us.
You're racist, xenophobic.
Okay, well, we finally got one of you to come on the show. You look a little bit like Millie Weaver, but we'll see what happens. Seriously, we're going to do an interview with you a little bit later. And how are you doing, young lady?
Well, you know what? I just want to say that all you Trump supporters are a bunch of racist, xenophobic rednecks.
I've never heard that before.
Really?
I noticed that you've got some underarm hair.
You need to address me by my proper pronoun, okay? Because you can't call me he or she. I want to be called Z. So if you don't call me Z, then you're going to watch out and see what happens.
Why don't we just call you something like sweetheart?
Nope. Excuse me, but that is extremely racist and bigoted to call me sweetheart.
How about cupcake?
I identify as a multisexual, trans-dimensional, binary being, okay?
Do you agree with this Texas person where men are now on women's baseball teams and track teams that are beating, but also women that identify as men are taking steroids and then competing on girls' teams, like in this Daily Mail article, transgender on steroids wins girls' state wrestling tournament. Do you think maybe I should be able to win women's arm wrestling tournaments?
I think that the whole system is completely rigged against women and that this is just an institution set up to try and oppress women. Okay. And all you people out there that are just talking, bad about Muslims, you guys are just bigoted people. You should,
Hey, let me show you that in New York, they're actually, the feminist groups are saying Allah Akbar, doing prayer time in New York with the thousands. They're chanting Allah Akbar. But in real Islamic countries, women can't even go out without hoods on their heads.
Yeah, because people like you in America are completely racist and they are too afraid for themselves to come out in the streets and wear their hijabs, and that all women in America should be able to wear a hijab.
But you're not answering my question. They cut women's genitals off in many Islamic countries. They sell them into slavery. They can pour acid on their face. They murder them if they talk back. They can't drive cars in like 6 different Islamic countries. They can't even go shopping.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? Women in America don't have any rights, and women in other countries, I mean, they have more rights than in America. In America, women don't have any rights. Women don't have equal pay with men, and men have all the good paying jobs and all the high paying positions. Women don't have equal rights, and we demand equal rights.
Why are modern feminists so into Islamic stuff and like wearing hijabs?
Because Trump said that all Muslims are terrorists, and that's why we need to support Muslims and let them come into the country, and we don't need to vet anybody. Well,
Trump never said that, but the Pope did say that there, quote, are no Muslim terrorists, period. It's impossible. Now that's not true.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting these numbers from, but there are no Muslim terrorists. Okay, the only terrorists in this country are the white males. The white males are the terrorists in this country, okay?
Well, crime statistics don't show that.
Well, people, anybody can.
I'm going to ask you again, should a man be able to play on a women's football team?
No. Because women need to have.
Hold on, we're going to be right back. We're going to be right back. Well, under the liberal thing that's happening, I want to ask you why your name is Rainbow Snitch.
Rainbow Snatch. Because
hold on. We'll hear about this name in a minute. Oh my God. She must be free again. Hey, what do you think we call like America or a ship a woman? Is that because we hate women?
Yeah, everybody hates women in America. I mean, that's the thing. Like, women don't have equal rights. We don't have equal rights ever since since the beginning of the creation.
Darling, that's not true. Women have more rights in the West than anywhere else.
Excuse me. Do not call me by, the word darling. That is in itself extremely transphobic. you need to refer to me as my proper pronoun, which is Z, okay? And if you don't, you're going to find out what happens.
I notice you guys get real threatening. Like, I noticed that at a lot of the events, women get beaten up if they try to go hear Milo or other people speak. You think that's good?
Yeah, because Milo is completely out of touch with reality. Milo is a racist, okay? Nobody likes Milo in this country, and he needs to just stay away from the colleges because college people need to be able to have a safe space. Okay, and if he's coming there invading our safe spaces on campus, then he needs to be removed. Okay, you cannot have somebody like Milo coming out and preaching hate speech.
So this woman deserves to be beat up by a bunch of men then?
Yes, because she is standing for hate speech. She's going out of her way to make people.
But what about the image of like 50 men beating a woman up and then her being dragged away like a horde of zombies got her into a crowd into the night to be put in the hospital with fractured collarbones?
Well, America needs cleansing. America needs to go through cleansing because we can't continue to have all this hate speech. Okay?
But it seems to me that you're the ones that are really hateful and intolerant.
You're racist. You're racist. You're racist. You're a bigot. You're a fascist. You're a fascist.
But I mean, you have the chant, racist, go away, no USA, KKK. Or how's it go?
No Trump. No KKK, no racist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. Yeah. Seriously? Stop being racist, and then you won't get beat over the head and have your Make America Great Again hat stolen from you. Okay?
Well, if President Trump was to call up on this telephone right here, what would you say to him?
I would say that he knows that he stole the presidency from Hillary Clinton and that he is a Russian spy working for Vladimir Putin to continue the patriarchy in this nation, and that he needs to do the right thing and leave before we force him to.
Well, George Soros admittedly is working with Obama in a plan to overthrow Trump. What do you think of that?
Well, good, because George Soros at least has, a good sense and morals to make sure to remove the next Hitler.
Wait a minute, George Soros actually worked for Hitler.
No. Trump is the embodiment of
But George
Hitler.
Soros literally worked for Hitler.
I don't believe you. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't believe you. No.
Now tell me about this outfit you're wearing for TV viewers. This is like the kind of outfit. I've got to say though, you normally you're a little too attractive compared to the average social justice warrior.
Yeah, because you are a bigoted white male. So you would say a chauvinist comment like that to me. I told you, don't even think of me or refer as me as a female because I am a Z. I'm a Z. That's it. I'm a Z.
Do you agree with the public schools that tell parents don't to say mother or father on the entrance forms? Because if someone else has a mother or father, that might hurt somebody?
Yeah, because it can be very hurtful for all the people out there that are non-binary. All of the, children who their parents are both man and...
Okay, well, you're going to be here at the studio for a few hours doing some interviews and things. When do we have a space for her to come back on? Now, see, it didn't make you mad for me to say that.
Oh, you are one sneaky bigot.
If you only knew how sneaky,
you are
believe
so
me.
sneaky. Oh, my gosh.
I know what your problem is. I know what's wrong.
No.
I know what's wrong. I'm going to help you out, okay?
You're the one. You better watch out.
I know what you need, sweetheart. We'll be back. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say, see, I told you so, that communist Chinese-style net censorship was coming to the web, because it's already here. It's being announced. The way you keep the internet open and free is you get involved more than ever. Go to Infowars.com/app. A new battleship in the fight. Infowars Live, available right now. We're looking for a crew to man it. You gonna sit down and play games and be a trendy? Or are you gonna be part of history? Don't sit by and let the internet and free speech be stolen from you. Take action.